Hello, everybody. We're gonna get started in just a sec. Fuck. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. That's an oldie from 2015. This was like one of the first tracks that I've ever had played on stream. Actually, freaking The Whittler back in the day reviewed that way back when I first made it. Hello. Welcome to the channel. My name's Alckemy. If you have no idea who I am, chances are whoever's in here does know who I am, and that's probably why you're here. But before we get started, I like to do a little thing called Everyday Quick Play Spells, and that's where I give the community a chance to showcase some of their stuff by submitting a 15-second or less track or idea or something. If you want to participate in that, I will leave a link in the description. Hey, Nate, what's up? On Discord. Join the Discord. Join the Everyday Quick Play Spells. Please don't send me your album. I want 15 seconds or less, just because in case if this thing blows up and lots of people have a shit ton of submissions, doing her anytime or not enough track. No, Nate, just send me the track. Like I'll just review it and like give you personal details if you want. I mean, if you want it played on stream, we could figure it out, and I can do a stream or I can do a review thing, but I stopped doing it because I just don't get enough people. And normally I charge for that service. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of weird that I'm like begging people to do something that I normally charge money for. Yeah. In any case, I'm not sick. I feel fine, but my nose is just like having a panic attack or something. Maybe it's allergies or something. I usually don't have allergies, but my nose is just like, what is it? It feels like something is in there and trying to like wiggle its way out. So forgive me for sounding sick. Feel fine though. Got my decaf. We're chilling. I've got a melody on the Oxy One, so we now have an intro to start working off of whenever we get to the main track. But yeah, let me just play out these tunes. We only have a couple. Oh, we just have one from one person. So we'll go ahead and get those on. Yeah, I think one of the biggest things with this is that I left a huge description on Drambo, because if you all don't know what this program is, it's called Drambo. It's for iPad and iOS. It is a incredible semi-modular environment, much like Faceplant, much like Bitwig. But I left just a short description on how to get more out of it if you all want to take that formula, or you could just go watch some of my videos. But yeah, the thing with it is that there's not enough formant on the high end, and so that's why it still sounds too much like a saw wave. So you've got a couple of things peaking out in the low mids, but there also needs to be, like, whatever you do on a peak, there usually needs to be a contrasting element there, because that's what helps define a formant. If it's just a boost and then that's the only thing there, then that's where you run into the super intermodular distortion, and it just starts to muddy up the sound in its entirety, because you're only just super pushing one hard frequency. But when you have space and you push some stuff up and down and you have this contrasting things that sit right next to it, that's where you start to define very, for me anyways, what I would categorize as expressive formants. Dude, I'm on like a sneeze attack right now. I'm like starting to tear up in my eyes and shit. But yeah, I think that it's on the right track. But the other thing with it is that um the peaking EQs, I just don't think that they push hard enough. Like I don't think that in my experience using these have not been the best. And so I made the recommendation to check out the TB Equalizer Pro for iPad or iPhone. It's like $11 and it's to me, I actually think that in a lot of cases this is better than Pro Q4 for bass design, and also for physical modeling, for creating custom comb filters and stuff. For mixing, Pro Q4. I haven't sneezed yet. It feels like I need to, but Jesus, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, they also have another submission from today, and we'll go ahead and play that. Yeah, I love that I have somebody here that does stuff on iPad. And if you all were wondering or interested, like I have a lot of videos on iPad and iOS, and I suggest you check those out if you're wanting to get into like, you know, a DAW that's it's not really a DAW, it's more of a sound design environment, but you can do everything in this. I have done everything. I've used so many sounds from Drambo inside of my tracks. You all just don't know what they are. But yeah. Anyway, that's all for now. Hey Bailey, how are you? This is the track that we're working with. I've already modified it just a bit. I've actually taken this thing out and I've thrown this melody over this, and I'm going to start working on the intro first, but I forgot to do one thing. Let me see if... Did this pull up? Untitled. It did. So I'm going to get some sounds in here. New folder. Samples. And this is the SD card for the Iridium core. And so I'm going to get a bunch of samples in here, and that way we can start doing some cool like physical modeling stuff with the resonator. What is cumulus ice? Oh, that's a bounce. Okay. So we want those in there. Even hats could be cool. Hats. Pads and textures. Why don't I just do the whole thing? So we'll take that. We'll take that. Subs, granular, samples, and C. Homemade impulse responses. There's only one of those. Dead drums. Stuck in my head. Requiem 3. Sure. Let's do that. Foley, Moonbap, impulse responses. I need to get these loaded inside of, what's it called? I need to get those loaded inside of... No, inside of Bitwig and Kilohertz Convolution. Jesus, that was the biggest brain fart I've had in a long time. Okay, so what I want to do while I'm waiting for that to load, because I've turned the Iridium off for now while I'm getting that in. is I want this percussive bass sound that reminds me of Possession from Ivy Lab, and I'm going to attempt to make something like it. So we need FM, we need some filters. I might even try the non-linear filter on this. It needs to be a derivative of a square. So what I'll probably do is something like this. And I think what I'm going to go for is I'm going to try to create a formant. And then within the formant, I'm going to create a pluck. So we're going to have like a small amount of this. And then let's see what this does. Okay, we're on the right track. That's cool. So we're gonna throw. Yeah, I don't. I think like getting this far is pretty easy, but as far as what I want to actually pull out of it, it might take a little bit of time and effort because I might have to create like a pretty complex FM engine to do this. I was actually wanting to do it in the Waldorf, but I don't want to sit here and wait for that 6 gigs to load into the SD card. I'm gonna grab another envelope here. See if I can grab another harmonic over this. There we go. That's pretty sick. Hey, Jam, what's up? Hey, Jam. I think we'll just do this. Let's see if we can clean it up. And the other thing is like I really want these envelopes to be snappier. So I don't want them to be sharp, but I want them to be snappy. It's very demanding. Yeah. So I think with this, I'm gonna have to pull some more noise and stuff out of it, which we're gonna use this for now, but I can also use a ring mod infatuator to like just kind of cheat out. sound, some white noise over this. I mean, yeah. Except I want this to be over this guy, so... Wait. Oh, so these don't have... I guess I took them off. Or maybe what I did was I duplicated or started working on the wrong one. You see how, like, the attack of the donk is very soft? That's kind of what I don't want. And so what I might try is see if instead of using an envelope, I might use a curve. Because you can make the attack of the curve much faster. Or sorry, not the attack, but the decay, rather. Yeah, I feel like what we're getting out of this compared to what I'm looking for is not nearly as much as... Actually... So that's kind of closer to what I'm looking for, but again, I want it to be more formant. So we might need to use a couple of these. Okay. What happens if I... That's... Yeah, okay. So it needs to be in this region, which is where we're getting the most of the movement that I'm looking for. It depends. I mean, actually, yes. They usually go into audio at some point, but I always keep the patch. So, okay. That's a good start. Did you all hear that? Okay, we got to figure out how to pull that up because that's fucking cool. So we probably want less of this. Probably less of that. I'm guessing it's in the... You hear it? It's like, ow. That's pretty cool. It's not what I'm looking for, but we can save that. Okay, and something else that we can do is like, I'm not really even sure how to make what I'm wanting to describe, but we're on the way. It's getting there. What if I added a bandpass to this? Okay, so this is probably the closest that I'm going to get to that. So now I just need to try to figure out how to make it more aggressive and more so maybe we should go into sounds more of like a house pluck, you know? How deep is your love? You know, and I'm not really looking for that. I want it to be so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play with moving this around in a couple of places to see if the chain will reveal a little bit more of. See, it makes a big difference, but that doesn't mean that it's the right answer. Let me go back a few steps here. So what I'll do now is we'll build off of this. And let's go filter table. Let's get some notches in there. Yeah, it's pretty mild for the most part. This is going to be a percussive sound, so we don't really need this to loop. We just need it to do what we want it to for the phrase, so we can kind of do what we will with this. At this point, I'm just trying to figure out ways that I can create the formant and make that a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to kind of just keep experimenting with this for a little bit. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but it is fun to just be like, all right, can I make something like that? And that's really what I'm looking for, is just the formant. It's got plenty of bass in it. Sorry guys, I know that this is kind of boring, but it's like, it's part of it. I think I'm like super over engineering this. There's another one in here that's... There it is. It's so fucking cool. I think I'm tripping. It's just a fucking bandpass square. Man. Whatever. Whoa. What is that from? There's a resonance. Oh, maybe it's from the EQ. There. Yeah, it's really close now. Now, what happens if I make this a little bit more dramatic? I think just probably there. That's the best it's going to get. And then maybe what we can do is use another OTT on the outside of that. But, I mean, it just needs to be a little bit more noisy, maybe. And I guess we can keep coloring it with some of the other stuff, but this is probably where we want it to be. I'm gonna put this on the outside so that way it's not being affected by the formant filter. And then something that I think could probably be a lot, like, could also be super helpful is maybe adding a small amount of convolution reverb to this. Just because it's going to help give it some space. The other thing that isn't really being talked about with that track is there's like a I don't know if it's a pitch bend. Or what, but something kind of like that. And if we were to take that, where was that? And start to fuck with that, then I think that there's like a cool spot that we can fit in here. Like, yeah, and if we could just like blow that sound up. Like, that's going to be a really fucking cool moment. So let's take this and let's add a neurobase rack to it. And what if I did this here? Okay, that's a start. I don't know why, but sometimes when I click on this, it will automatically just move it into a thing, and I don't really want it to do that. Also, this needs to not do that, so. I mean, For the possession base though, like that's pretty close, right? Oh man, everybody's leaving. I I'm sad. Guys, Neurobase is dead. It makes me sad. Or maybe I'm just a boring fucking producer. That could be it too, but it does make me sad. Yeah, it sounds pretty close to me too. It just there's a couple of things that the execution aspect of it needs to, and that's fine too, right? Like I don't need it to be perfect. That's not what I'm going for. But I just like the sound of the dum, 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 dum. Like that was Possession and Rise from Monument were the two like most influential halftime tracks of my upbringing. And it's funny because I've talked to Chi about this as well, and I think that it was the same thing for him. Like Possession and Rise. And that for this track, I'm not going for that vibe. Actually, this is actually modeled off of a demo that I heard from Lasejo when we had a Discord together, and he just made this crazy fucking song, which I think that he's actually going to release it. And when he does, oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's kind of the realm of where I want to be. But I want it to be more stereo, and I want it to be like more impactful, and like have that sound design sorry, sound design highlight. Really take a moment to put itself out there. But I really fucking like that. We're also going to get rid of this, I think. We might have another thing here for it that will keep the rhythm, but I've opted for a melody instead, and I'll play that here in a second. But yeah, sorry for the side quest. I just wanted to get something in there that had that same feeling. There was also this other bass that I was fucking around with, and I wonder if it's still here, because it was really cool. And I was listening back on stream on the way to playing cards yesterday, and I was like, wow, I should probably put that back in. I'm gonna make that super subtle. Just click. Yeah, dude. I am really in love with this beat as of now. Something that I did add instead of this sound was I did add a sub. So that way it still has the drive of what this was supposed to be doing, but if you listen to this, it's got too many artifacts in it. And I've tried to take a lot of them out with EQ and stuff, but it looks like there's two different subs, and it might be like a layered sub, but I feel like the fundamental doesn't always match, or there's some kind of detuning with the fundamental and the mid and the top sound. I don't think that they're spread across even harmonically. And so I was like, ah, fuck. And then there's also this like crunchy artifact on the mid highs that I did kind of fix a little bit, but it's still there. And it's like, it's weird because I don't like it with it, but I like it less without it. And so I'm probably going to find something to replace this. It's still like a good placeholder though. So I can figure something else out with it here in a sec. And then bringing the melody back, which that should be done by now. Yes, it is. So let me get rid of this shit. Yes. And then let me eject this, and we'll put this back into the Waldorf, and let me just Iridium SD, and then eject. Ejected. Maybe. There we go. So I wanted to get some samples on here because, damn, that's hot. And not in a good way. The physical, something that I realized within this engine, or within this thing, is that, sorry, that's like the crookedness is bothering me. Hold on, I'm losing my train of thought. Is that there's a particle or a resonator engine on here. So there's physical modeling, but you can use samples as an exciter. Like, that's fucking sick. So my plan was I'm about to sneeze. Did that come through the mic? Oh my god, that was hilarious. Yeah, you all should sample that. Or clip it. Anyway. If we were to start a new thing on here, can you all see that? Let me see if I can zoom in on that. No, I don't know what's going on. I just woke up today and I feel fine. I'm just having like a sneeze attack day or some shit. Okay, can you all kind of see this a little better? Does that work for you? Like, you probably can't read what any of this says, but I'm sure if you squint hard enough and, you know, fuck up your eyesight, then it'll be fine. But on the resonator here, this should be super loud, by the way. There we go. If we go into the samples here, we go add samples. Wait. Oh no. Oh, okay, here we go. I was like, no. Here we go. Yeah. Do you like to copy samples to internal flash memory? No. So we can add a bunch of these and shit. Hello? Add, copy. Oh, I guess you can only have one at a... No, no, no. It's, yeah, you can have more than one at a time. So you can actually create like a super complex resonator engine with this. Which is kind of crazy. Okay. So we could do something like this. Go edit. Cut everything. No. Like that. Go select. Trim. Or we could just do this, so that way I don't have to fuck with it. Okay, close that. On this one, we can go here. Wait. Just kind of gear in right there. Then on this one, we can just pick this and just take this little thing right here at the end. Sorry, I'm not looking at chat for a sec. Go close. What does the iridium... Wait, what is the iridium what? What does that iridium bless you? Hugh? Huh? I thought you bought a matriarch, Arl. What did you say? It doesn't have that much internal memory that might overwrite internal presets. Oh, I'm not worried about that. Hey, Bad Lucks. I think that I can check that as well, if I'm not mistaken. Global systems. System. Maybe not. I don't even know how there's a way to check how much memory and stuff I have. Dude, what? It's still nice though, don't you think? You have just a little bit of sustain and have like a bell. That's fucking awesome, man. Don't tell me what to do. Even though that was a great suggestion. It was a great suggestion. I was just kidding. No. Boom. Boom. Da, do, 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 do. That's such a cool sound. I want to see maybe if I can make it even wider and stuff though, because I want that to like. Yeah. Maybe not have as much noise on that though, so just more mids. Well, let me listen to it for a sec and see what I can get out of it. Can't be doing that basic. I'm just kidding. You can, but that's interesting. Now, is this an XY control? Like, is it... Can I modulate that? Doesn't seem like it, but I might be able to modulate the nudge and just make that go really slow. That's really interesting. I'm really curious as to how this is going to sound when we introduce this back into the original signal. I don't know. Don't you think that sounds like 10 times cooler? You better say yes. Hey, Blues. Sorry. Okay, let's be real. I'm not sorry. Yeah, so I think rather than having this on every bar, we'll do this on every other bar. Try something like this as well. And
Click. Put it on the click. 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 On the click. 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 On the click. 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 Attacking pussies. Click. 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 Attacking pussies. Chip. Click. Click. Click, click, click. Attacking pussies, chip. Put it on the click, click. Attacking pussies.
that's the matriarch is a Moog, right? That's like a modular keyboard. Wait, what? I do not like Bitwig's automation. That's so fucking sick, though. Oh, shit. Obviously, we need to fix that, but that's really fucking cool. I'm going to turn this on until that hits here, but what I might also do is on the post effects, I'll put a comb filter on that.
Attacking pussies, chip.
right, so one thing with this is a little bit out of sync. And so um I'm just going to record this. And I'm not sure why, but as you can see, the timing of this is a bit random when it's played, and I don't actually know how to fix that on the Oxy One. Oh, yes, I do. Let's see if that fixes the problem. So I randomized the groove a little bit, and I think the reason why I did that was just because I wanted to try to, well, get different flavors of this, but I'm realizing now that on this I kind of want to dial that in, so I'm going to set this to computer keyboard. And man, I'm really enjoying this track. This is so me. I put it right back in the same fucking spot. And then we need one more here. And then this is just a nice little melody that we could put on the second half of this or something, you know? So thanks, Nox. I appreciate it. What's up, Mac? What up, Mac Daddy? Where's this? Oh, there it is. Is this clip deactivated or? Oh, because that's the bell. Duh. Sorry. Oh, dude, isn't it the best thing since sliced bread? So I think I'm gonna put this here. Because I want the vocal of this to stand out on its own. Wait, what? I think that needs to be here. Well, maybe what I can do instead is just put this here. That's not in the right spot. No, if anything, it's taken a hit. But not by a huge margin. It's just the automation is fucked. No, I'm not on Spotify anymore. It's all on my website. No, I haven't. Dude, like, I'm just geeking out over this, like, this little interaction right here with this bass, like, oh, that's the kind of shit that I live for. Like, we need this in battles, new stuff. Yeah, like, I'm trying to have stuff that's like varied but not forced, and that's the hardest thing with making this kind of music. Well, with taking inspiration from the person that taught me how to make this kind of music. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to do my own thing and be in my own lane and not sound like the people that I admire, but I like what I like, you know? Um, I've been lucky enough to have a lot of people teach me, but my biggest two influences are Chi and Cage. I prefer ring mod. You like Aphex Twin? GM Cage? No. It has a very specific spelling like this. Am I already sending a kick to where I want it to be? I don't even think I'm sidechaining anything yet. I'm not. That makes sense. Yeah, Window Liquor is a cool track. There's a remix by Feed Me. Frequent is awesome. He's a great person. He's really keen on like doing your own shit with the never ending limo. And he's really like something that I love about him from the lessons that I've done with him is that from the get-go, like he's been really into the ambiguity and the like anything goes and embrace that. And if like you can own it, like if you can lean into that, then he's going to be a great teacher for you. Yeah. Like one of the first lessons that I did with him was about that. I think I actually still have it, but he taught me about sound designing to a picture. And I don't think that I have a video on that because that was one of those things that I was like, I shouldn't be the one to teach this. I can and I could do it well, but let me see if I still have it. So swamp. There's this thing that I made where yeah, okay. So I have the haunted swamp, but I want to see if I can show you the picture. Yeah, okay. So he was like he said do anything, but I just picked the first uh I just picked the first like cool picture that I could find based off of the aesthetics and stuff that I liked. But you know what I mean? It looks like they're placing him or like placing this person into the tree or I would think so because it kind of symbolizes a man and maybe these are like siren ghosts and they're taking his soul and shit. So anyway, um yeah, I did like a just a descriptive piece to that. And I designed this based off of the picture. Yeah, I mean, they're making cool shit for sure. I'm trying to think if I know any producers from Japan. And I don't think that I do. So that's what that was. That's what this whole thing was about, was to do that. And that was the first part of like actually describing the piece with sound. But then you go into the second piece, which is, okay, we'll turn it into a musical idea, you know, turn it into something that actually has something that has a bit more of a story, I guess. But yeah, that lesson came directly from Frequent. And then what he did, the second lesson after that, was he actually took that and he started writing a beat to it. And then I just watched him do it because that, like, I wanted to look at his process and how that unfolded. Um, but if you all haven't seen it, I have an interview with him on the channel, and I should invite him back soon. Actually, next Friday, I have a very special guest coming on for an interview, and it rhymes with Weenus Peary. Guess who's coming on the channel? Word? Word? Who the fuck is that? McGee might be the Venus. Yeah, Cam is coming on the channel. We're friends. We've met a couple of times. And I wanted to be like really I waited a really long time to like try to pin him down because I imagine in his point of view, it's probably really easy for someone to approach him and make him feel like he's wanting to be used for his channel. You know what I mean? And that's why when he comes on the channel, I just want to talk to him about the shit that he's doing. I just want to talk to him about his story, about like his pathway, because we started our channel around the same time and we actually started doing the same shit. I just stuck with this godforsaken approach where he actually got smart and started doing other cool shit. Never mind that he's also really good at what he does. But yeah, I really wanted him to know that it was coming from a genuine place. And hey Kish. And also like just show a lot of gratitude, because I don't think that, and I don't expect him to come onto the channel and then everybody starts being like, yo, Alckemy's cool or whatever. But at the same time, his channel is so much bigger than mine. That was the same thing when I was trying to get Virtual Riot on the channel, which he said that he was going to, and then he backed out, which I don't blame him, not mad at him, not saying that he fucked up or anything like that, but he's busy. He had to cancel, so no sweat. But you know what I mean? It's like when you're asking somebody to share the spotlight, I think that it has to be approached in a way that really like honors their time and respects their time, and is like, I want them to get something out of it. Because I've had that for me, where people try to like use me for things, and that's like one of the worst feelings in the world. And so if I can walk away out of these things where, they feel like they didn't waste their time, then I'm like, okay, that works out for both of us, but I'm really bad about asking for favors. I watched too many Full Metal Alchemist when I was a kid, or too much Full Metal Alchemist when I was a kid. I'm talking about Venus Theory. Cam. He started his channel making neurobase and shit, and doing like how to sound like these people or whatever. But then I guess like 3 years into whatever he was doing, like maybe he met Ben Jordan or something, but he just went from like neuro shit to not neuro shit. No, it's not even that. Like I just want to do the right thing, because like there's a few things with it, right? Like the person comes first. And I think that's the biggest deal for me. Is that I want to be somebody's friend even if they never come on the channel. You know what I mean? I've been really lucky to hang out with people like Chi in my lifetime, and he still hasn't come on the channel. I don't think that he's going to, but I wouldn't trade that for anything. You know what I mean? Like, so what if he never comes on the channel? All the experiences, all of the lessons, all of the time that I've been given for that, like, dude, fuck it. I don't care if you don't want to come on. or it's not even that he doesn't want to. It's just he's got other shit going on. But you get what I'm saying? It's like, dude, no sweat. Um, that's so inconsequential. At the same time, when somebody does decide to do that and they decide to like share their stuff, like Monkey Rascal, right? I had never talked to him before, and he came on the channel. I would love to spend more time with that guy, but he was just like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like that's it's so good for the community. It's good for me, and I want it to be good for them. You know, I really want people to feel good about this platform and what we're doing here. I did reach out to Saruta several years ago, and I don't even think that he looked at my DM. I sent him a message on Instagram, but yeah, you know, and that's kind of the thing too. Like one thing that I love is like you all have seen Zayaku and Brian come, and they always say really good things about like leaving, and I feel like they want to come back. You know what I mean? And I want them to come back. I want them to spend time on the channel. I want other people to be on here. Um, I can't like I can't do this shit by myself. You know what I mean? Like I can't power this engine all by myself. Like I've done a lot of the legwork and laid a lot of like the groundwork for making a strong community, but like I need help. And if I'm going to ask for help, I want it to make sure that it's worth it for people. So I'll say that much. Sorry for the monologue, but that's just how I feel. Yeah, I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to make it fucking happen. That's that's really what it is at the end of the day. Especially with what's going on in today's world, like don't want to talk about politics or anything of that sort, but like there's so much uncertainty even with the music world with, you know, depending on where you live. Um it's just kind of like fuck, dude. So the fact that I even have people showing up and, you know, buying preset packs or buying lessons or anything like that, like I'm really lucky. If I were, dude, if I had an ego, to which I do, but if I was ego inflated, I actually think I would be more popular. I'm just gonna be straight up. I think that if I was so fucking full of myself and pretentious, I would be more popular to the masses, but the community, like the producer community, would fucking hate me. You know what I mean? Like, I think the kids would love me. The fucking people that are just getting into production or whatever, because I would just sell everything that I have. You know what I mean? I would make some trash and just fucking sell it and own it, which maybe I should do, but I have a hard time doing that. But yeah, like if you look at, you know, like a lot of dictators and a lot of people that are higher up in corporate and all that shit, like what is the number one trait that all of these people have? Narcissism slash sociopathic tendencies. Um, I'm not I'm not saying that about anybody, by the way. I'm just saying that that's a common thing. And so if I were to show up and you'd be a fucking dumbass and well, I do that, but in a way that's more dignified, I guess. But in a means of like, yo, what's good, everybody? It's fucking about me and this, and yeah, check me out, and you all need to subscribe to my shit, and you know, I'm selling this preset pack for $500, but if you buy it now, you can get it for 30. You know what I mean? And it's just like it. Yeah, I no, I'm not. I don't. I don't. I don't want that kind of reputation. I really don't. I don't want that kind of reputation. I don't want that kind of attention. I don't want that kind of thing surrounding me. Um, I don't care what people think, but I do care what people think. Does that make sense? Dang. Hey. How are you, dude? Yeah, I do, Lex. I'm sorry. Are you 35 today? Is it your birthday? Yo, dude, I'm so sorry I missed it. Happy birthday. Can I like buy you a plug-in or something? Fuck everyone. Nah. What do you mean, nah? Well, can I like buy you a coffee or Alchemy as the evil villain? I am to some people, but we'll talk later. Yeah, with that. Um I actually there's actually a lot of things that I wanted to talk to you about. Also seeing how you are and if you're okay. Dude, you are Zane, you are a fucking light in my life. Don't embarrass the man. Who's embarrassed? All this stuff is a limited time offer. But wait, there's more. What is embarrassment? Nothing but a miserable pile of bashfulness. I'll be 35 in 2 weeks. So we need to do some wait, no, sorry. I'll be 34. My bad. I can't spell today. Fuck this KB. We can smooth him in gifts in private. Oh, everyone should get themselves a 35. Yeah, we'll get him something. But something that he wants. Um 35 is kind of a big deal. Did you know that like 200 years ago, almost nobody lived past 35? And the fact that we've essentially almost tripled our age is pretty insane by today's standards. So you'd be dead, probably 300 years ago, and you're still here, and you're amazing, and I love you, and thank you for everything that you have done for me. Um, I really appreciate you. Yeah, tuberculosis. Everyone should celebrate their 35. I'm going to celebrate my 34 by, oh my God, I'm going to California in 2 weeks. There is a JKD seminar that I'm going to go to with my instructor. And we're going to meet up and punch each other in the face. It's at the same spot that I took my black belt test at, so that'll be fun. Oh, we're working on a track, by the way. Two weeks.
Did on the click. Attacking Boosie's chip. Did on the click. Attacking Boosie's.
Yeah. Cool. I don't know what to do with this, but I really like it. And it's pretty cool. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I still think that this should be like over here. and just leave this on. Why does that sound... It sounds perfect right here, but it does not sound perfect anywhere else that I put this. It could be that there is a... Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm just kind of figuring it out. I was supposed to work on the intro of this, but I think that overall, as a means of expansion, I'm just trying to think about, like, where do I want to take it? Because I don't know yet, but I will start working on the intro now. Did you do anything for your birthday? The same factor could be a piece of expansion. I can't, man. I didn't buy the DLC. Fuck. I didn't buy the DLC. I stopped buying Doritos to get my double XP weekends. There was a thing here. Yeah. Okay. Had a party collab with Jamie. Who's Jamie? Wait, Jamie, wait. Okay, never mind. I know who Jamie is. I had to think about that for a second. I know Jamie. Jamie. Yeah, Aiden's partner. Oh, man. Was it her birthday as well? Man, this is really pretty. Hello? Oh, sick. Yeah. Why? I love Bitwig 6, but this fucking drives me crazy. I think it's just a beta issue, but whatever. But the rest of the month is going to be our party month. That's what I like to hear. I went to a show with Zayaku, or I went to a Zayaku show a few days ago, last Saturday, and he fucking ripped it up. It was so cool because I didn't think that there was a scene out here for drum and bass in Vegas. I haven't opened Pitwig in a month. I'm sorry, man. That makes me sad. But it'll be there, you know? It'll be there when you're ready. You take a break. But yeah, he fucking ripped it. And he played some of his unreleased stuff. And it was pretty awesome. What a douche. I will say, like, Zayaku's kind of fucking cracked. I think so. I don't know the names of what he played, but he sends me most stuff at some point when he's allowed to share it. Yeah, he's fucking cracked. But he also has like a family lineage of like incredible people. So that's what happens when you're born into a musical family, is you get people like Zayaku. Hey, fuck, I'm a DD at this point because he'll replace it. No. No, you are irreplaceable. You are irreplaceable. Don't you ever get to thinking. Let me go to the filter here and apply this envelope to this and see if I can make this bell a little bit more subtle. They aren't. Well, my grandmother had an opportunity for a record deal, but when she started to conceive my mom, she quit and let go of the record deal and went to law school. My dad was a self-proclaimed musician, but he was like a guitar guy and like never took the time to learn anything musical. He was more of like a tinkerer, in my opinion. My mom can actually sing really well, but my mom could sing really well, but she never like did anything with it. With your uncles and family, yeah, they were more of just like really invested in music, but never made any music, you know? Or if they did, it was like some bullshit. Yeah, they enjoyed jamming. That's a much nicer way to say it. They enjoyed jamming. But yeah, my dad never really taught me any like skills with music. He was like, hit the black keys. I was like, okay, thanks. And then proceeded to like be really fucking judgmental over my music being too busy and it needs this and I need to play on a stage and I need to, you know, I need to be a musician. Like, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. And because of that, I got really good at sound design and was like, there you go. Fuck off. Showed his ass. Growing up broke, making cool sounds. Right? E minor like you're blind. I think you told me that. I think she was pretty real with you, right? And was like, "Yo," and then you were like, "Thanks, but I gotta do what I gotta do." I think we had this conversation. I want to say, and it's probably not a bad thing that she had that conversation with you. But at the same time, it's like, this is why I don't want kids. Because how do you fucking tell a kid, you know, hey, this is really fucking hard to do, and I do not have the means to support you through this journey, but go for it. But deep down, I don't want to see you struggle. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh. Well, that's great advice. Shit. I was thinking that she was laying the truth down in a way that was non-conducive to you doing musical shit at all. Damn. Okay. Before I got into Cirque, my grandmother was like, yo, you need to quit tricking and quit martial arts and be a doctor or some shit. And I looked at her and I was like, no. And then when I got into Cirque du Soleil, she was like, I'm so proud of you. All of this. And I'm like, all right, well, shit. I'll take it. Other grandma was like, you're going to be in a wheelchair by the time you're 30. It's like, well, we still in here, still doing flips. Yeah, like you can't take that away from somebody. You know what I mean? Especially if they love it, like somebody like you. It's like, you know what I mean? Like what, how, I I get that like parents and stuff care, but at a certain point, it's like if you don't support them, then you're gonna lose your relationship with them, right? Hey, babe. There was that do do. Jesus fucking Christ, Jersey.
Can I come in? Can I come in? Can I come in?
Jersey, can you be nice to mom? Hey, babe.
How is he?
Let me see the nails. Oh, they're so stylish. Oh, they're different. Some shiny, some glittery.
Yeah.
Glottery. I like glottery better.
Hey, Squeaks. I know. When does she go?
At 3:30.
We go out again. We
Ah.
Hey, Squeaks, wanna go outside?
Wait. Zane said hey, and he wants to see the nails.
Huh?
I said Zane said hi, and he wants to see the nails.
The nails.
Yeah, you can just put them right here.
The nails.
You got to give him the
nails.
flash. You got to give him the fan.
The fan?
The
What's
fan.
that?
That's this. The fan. Yeah, there you go. The fan.
What?
The fan.
Like that?
Ooh, it's too fast. Slow down. Ah.
Slow down.
Yeah.
They got the hand tats.
Slow down.
Ooh, more hand tats to come.
Grab the wall. She doesn't know that song. Who did them? She said her homie. Who's the other person? That's the dog. I really like this. Oh, it's just Corey. There's somebody else. I'm in a Discord. I was like, what? Are you okay? She went to take the dog out, but I'll tell her you said that. Yeah. I'm so glad that she goes and does that stuff because, like, um, for a long time, she would just, like, not do anything nice for herself, and she'd just be like, save money, and I take her out and stuff too and buy her stuff, but I want her to enjoy life. Okay, so we'll probably just do this, and then maybe we can harmonize with this. My ex used to get some crazy shit on her nails. Good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of, like, these ones that are, like, this big to when you can't even, like, grab anything. But I do like the artwork. I like when they actually have, like, physical decorations. You know what I mean? I think those are cool. And I don't know, shit. I just want her to be happy. The smaller cut nails, and then the nail tech just did G shit. Yeah, I can get behind that. Maybe this. I'm going to turn off the sequencers here. Make sure that those are off. Maybe turn this down. Something kind of like that. Shaper table. Gato. Maybe something like that. I'll just put it in. Sorry. One more time. We don't want... something like that. So probably here. And I think this should be... Okay, maybe we can do... Do. Something different here. I can feed her if you want. Faintly, but I can tilt the camera up and move it. You want a nap in here?
I take a nap in here.
Take a nap in here. I'll just move it over. Or you can just move it this way. Look. Shh. Bink. Y'all can still see me. And then she can nap in here with privacy.
Put it on the click. Put it on the click. Back to what? Put it on the click. Back to what? Work, one of the homies just got dusted. Time to do. Got dusted. Got dusted.
Got dusted to something to something.
Got dusted. Got dusted. Time to. Got dusted. Time to do some dot. Got dusted. Time to do some dot.
Trying to do some what? Are you okay? Did she jump on you? Is that...
No, my fault. I had this in the back of my head and it has a point. And I leaned back.
Oh, and it stabbed you?
That
Oh,
was my
babe.
fault.
You okay? Dude, you can't come in here and nap and then, like, fuck yourself up.
I'm glad that you are to tell my health insurance.
It's against the... You might be disappointed.
I never trusted.
down and take the outro.
You'll probably use this on this side. I never trust.
I never dropped it. I never dropped it.
She deserves all the attention.
I never dropped it.
Okay.
Put it on the click, back to what? Oh. Got dusted, time to do some. I never trust.
No.
Never trust. Dot. I never trust. Dot.
Never trust ducks.
Never trust. Dot. I never. Dumba. Johnny. Shut. Never trust. Shut.
What is he saying?
Put it on the click, back to what? Oh. Never trust. Shut.
It's just Bitwig.
Put it on the click. Tagging Boosie's chip. Put it on the click. Oh. Tagging Boosie's.
That's not how she feels. She loves you, you know that.
This female's on the road to extinction.
You? What are you talking about? Babe, you're like one of the smartest people I know. What are you talking about? That has nothing to do with intellect. Is this too loud?
Put it on the click. Oh. Tagging Boosie's. Put it on the click. Oh. Tagging.
That's an idea. Probably use that right there. No, it needs to go right there. Or where does this go? Oh, maybe here. Thanks, man. I'm just trying to.
Attacking pussies.
I don't really like that melody. I don't know if I don't know. It seems kind of a bit overdone of just like the, but at the same time, it still fits.
Attacking pussies.
Um, it might be kind of cool to do like a heavy bass thing right there, like a heavy bass call and response. So like have something smooth, like
Put it on the click.
like have something like that, and have like a really. It's a cool little switch up, but I personally I wanted the energy to go up, but this is just what's coming out, and I'm gonna try to lean into it. Hey, Baisha, what's up?
Put it on the click.
And then like, what kind of phrase do I want with this? Like,
Put it on the click. Click. Click.
You know what I mean? Something kind of like that. I don't even necessarily know if I want it to be well, I mean, there's going to be more layers to this, you know, but we can add like skanks, like, you know, like I can bring back the bring back this because that's kind of already there.
Attacking pussies.
You know what I mean? And then I can do something right here.
Attacking pussies.
I can also make this, which I was planning on it, I just forgot, but make this more aggressive. So, for example, if I just use the Dirty Reese toolkit,
Attacking pussies.
like a worm, 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 worm. That could be kind of cool. Take a note out of DMTRs. Actually, I'll just do it in here. Let me save this. Let me save this bell. What's going on here? Okay, sorry. I'm gonna call this the click bell. Yeah, because if I make it in the iridium core, we can make the we can make this just like super super heavy. So go return, bank, find me. Bell, resonator, sample. There we go. Save. Okay, let me go to layer 1. Go initialize, initialize, keyboard, keyboard. What is this? What the fuck is this? There's no sequencer on this. This is off. Okay, I don't know, but I'm gonna take it because that's really cool. So whatever that was supposed to be, it's not applicable to this track, but that was dope. The fuck was that supposed to be? That's applicable. Okay, well, I was going to make a reuse out of this, but why don't we play off of this for a second? We can actually probably do that here. And then put like a fuse compressor over that. Just make it really quiet, but very spacious, so that way we have some elements that are contrasting into the next piece. Like, that's super cool.
Sit on the click, the click, the click. Oh. Attacking pussies. Sit on the click, the click, the click. Oh. Attacking pussies. Sit on the click, the click, the click. Oh. Attacking pussies. Sit on the click, the click, the click.
Okay, so what's cool about this is we can do this twice. And then we could do some other kind of... We could pitch this up by an octave. Switch the snare right here. Or switch the groove. I don't know, something. Okay, at least I like did something and laid out some more decisions to make. Which it's not my first choice, or like I guess it is my first choice, but that's kind of the thing, right? Is to go go with your first choice. But now we have a second part. So we've got the intro here with something.
Put it on the click, the click, the oh. Never drop shot.
And what I could do is
Never drop.
with this, I could even do like the do and have Yes, it is. Thank you. Ah. Yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry. You have to realize that there's like 5 different things that my attention is divided into, and I'm just trying to stay in the flow of working, so I really appreciate that. Perhaps later. It's just bothering you.
Okay, you eat my food. No, I need socks.
Recording to logbook.
You don't like my tunes? What the fuck?
Sit on the click, click, attacking pussies. Sit on the click, attacking pussies.
Come on. That's how you feel?
What?
That's what this reminds you of?
I
West Philadelphia, born and raised?
haven't busted out any crazy.
That's what you think that says?
On the playground.
Why do you hate me?
Because no constructive criticisms. Only barks and poos.
I'm trying to figure out where this melody is coming from because I initialized this patch and I'm still getting stuff, which sounds really cool, but it also is not making any sense to me. What is going on here? Did I put it on like the master? No. What the fuck? Beam? Ah. Okay, I'm not crazy. 2 miles from Philly? Let's go. Have you been driving all night? Does anybody know that song? It was like really, it was, well, there's 2 songs that I know of. One of them is more of the electronic version. That's like a techno track, but there's another one that was like a trap tune. It was the worst fucking riff in the world, but my brother used to play it all the time, and he can't remember what the name of the song was, but it's like dee 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 ding 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 ding, and that's like the whole song. It's fucking terrible. Oh, you live 2 miles from there? 2 miles from Philly? From West? Oh, okay. My bad. I totally misunderstood what you were saying because you were playing off of what she said, but I thought that you said that you were traveling today because I left my chat window open, and when I looked at it now, I saw that you were asking about if we were doing the thing, but you were like, I'm going to be traveling all day. So I thought that you were saying that you're getting close to your destination. I didn't realize that you were saying that you were 2 miles from West Philadelphia, born and raised. Yeah. Sometimes my mind goes in different places when people say shit. I swear it's not that I'm not listening. It's that I just generate these completely absurd ideas and arbitrary connections. This is why I'm not a detective. Because I probably like have these crazy theory crafts in my head that make no sense whatsoever, and maybe 1 in 1,000 I get lucky and close a case or something, but that's not a very good detective in my opinion. I was doing something. Yeah, okay. Back to this. I wanted to create a Reese. So we're going to detune this, have 2 kernels. This sounds incredible, by the way, like for Reese's and shit. See what I mean? So we can just... we can do something like this. And then I could put that there, and then we can call it a day, because that's all I had to do. Other than like some EQing and stuff, but that's kind of what I wanted from that.
Sit on the click, click, click. Oh. Tagging pussies. Sit on the click, click, click. Oh.
Dum, dum, dum. And then maybe we can bring back this sound, because this was like another sound design highlight. That sound is so fucking cool. Oh, man. If I could have made shit like this in 2016, I would have been a completely different producer. But this took me so long to figure out. So long to figure out how to do that stupid fucking sound. But I could do like a dum 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 dum. Like, so on the second run.
Sit on the click, click,
You can be like,
click, click. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Click, click, click.
um, it's like Busta Rhymes. Oh shit. I think we want to do something like this, but faster.
Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Click, click, click. Sit on the click, click, click. Sit on the click, click.
Then there needs to be another sound that leads into that, which I prefer another bass, but for now we're just gonna use this. It's kind of cool, actually. I might use that for something else.
Tagging pussies. Sit on the click, 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 click. Sit on the click, 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 click. Oh.
We can just use that as a placeholder for now.
Sit on the click, the click, the click. Oh. Attacking pussies. Sit on the click.
I think I want more of a notch in the mids. It's just a bit too much. Um, and then I'd like a little bit more reverb on that. A little bit more wideness. A little bit of thick. There we go. That sounds pretty good.
Attacking pussies. Sit on the click, attacking pussies.
It still sounds like he's saying something about his bussy.
Attacking pussies.
Tagging Boosie.
Attacking pussies. Sit on the click, the click, the click. Oh. Attacking pussies. Sit on the click, the sit on the click, the
Okay, so we have an idea at least for that. Drums are the same for now, and I'll go and vary them up, but it leads into it. Like I think it works, so
sit on the click, the click, the click. Oh. Attacking pussies. Sit on the click, the click, the click. Oh. Attacking pussies. Sit on the click, the
I like that there's an interaction right here with how fucked up the snare is on this. But maybe if I did this and move this over just a little bit, I want to see what this creates. Problems is what that creates. I don't want peace. I want problems. So we do something like this. Move this over here. Pull off this. Command J. Fade.
Put it on the click, back to what? Oh. Put it on the click, back to what? Oh. Never drop shot.
It's not quite right with that. Yeah. Okay, so the thing with this part to the next is that I might want to do the walt walt over here. So maybe I can say this fill, put that there, and use this there instead, because I think that it pulls away from that moment, you know? Didn't I have like a click, click, click? Oh yeah, it's over here. There we go. Now we can use that as a point of creating tension for... That's supposed to be there? I feel like somewhere in the midst of that, the relationship of that kick got moved off, but I'm not going to change it in the first part because I think it works, but in the second part, it feels like that kick needs to be a little bit closer to... Yeah. What we could do is we can make this late. Not that late, but... We can just match that up with the percussion. Maybe like that. You think Jersey is better than Philly? Man, I went to Newark while I was on tour. Parts of Philly are kind of rough. Grew up in Central Jersey. In Jersey. She doesn't think I'm talking to her. Oh, never mind. Yeah, she does. Newark is rough. Dude, Newark was... Like, everyone and their mom was trying to fight me when I went to visit there. It was just like, that's how it was. You walk by people, the fuck, you want to fight? And it's just like, damn, dog, I'm just trying to get a fucking portable orange juice. A orange juice. That sounded wrong. Hi, baby. You want to come up here for a bit? You want to say hi? You want to say hi to chat? You want to say hi to chat? Are you a good puppy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Did Squeak get food? Did Squeak get food? Did Squeak get food? Okay. Do you want me to feed her? Want me to feed her? 6? You don't have to get up. I'm gonna wrap up in a little bit, okay? Yeah, I'll feed her. Yeah, she's ready for dinner. She's like, ah! She's like, Dad! Mom! No one likes this, we don't care. I wasn't saying that. It was more so just in the means of my experience with Newark was rough. I'll tell you all that story another time. I've told her already 1,000 times, but yeah, when I was on tour for Marvel, it was just it was rough. Baltimore was pretty rough too. I've been to Baltimore a few times. But when I went on tour, lots of unfriendly people. We'll just say that. I don't really care where you're from, to be honest, as long as you're nice. I'm gonna have a listen through with this, and I still think that there are some gaps to fill in. But does anybody have any questions about anything? I still want to do something with that sub as well. Yeah, there probably needs to be a lot more dynamism within this as well, but it is a thing. Like it works. I just don't exactly know what I want to do with it yet. Other than yeah, I'm gonna write some notes. All right, can you get down, babe? I'm gonna do some more work. Love you. Get down. Get down. Go on. Okay. So let's write down everything that I can think of that we need to change. So work on main saw base. Add more fills in section 1. Needs a better response in section 2. Change up drum slash groove in section 2. I need to fortify the intro. What else? Add more vocal effects in background in main section 1. I think what I'm going to try to do is just we'll take our time with this, but gonna move this over here. Hit Doopy. Should probably also mix this at some point, but who has time for that? Am I right? Ha 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 ha. I'm just kidding. So we could do this. Maybe what I should do with this bass, sorry, this bass, is play off of okay. So what I think I'll do is change the melody of this. And I'm just going to leave that there in case if I change my mind, but we're going to go here. And we're going to change this back into, well, really, I'm just going to pull off all of the high end of this, all of the noise and stuff. Yeah, I feel you. Okay. So now
Put it on the click, back to what? Put it on the click, back to what?
Dude, the beta is just driving me fucking crazy.
Put it on the click, back to what? Put it on the
There's something like this. It doesn't need to be like, I don't need to figure out what exactly it needs to be right now. But that way, whenever this comes back, this is actually going to make sense with this, because this is a different version of... Yeah. And then what I could also do, oops, is just copy that part.
never drop shot. Never drop shot. Never drop shot. Never drop shot. Put it on the click.
So we'll mess with this. I'm going to highlight this in like white. That is not white. Cool colors. Is it really not white on here? Right. Whatever. I'm just going to type in. Fix me. Oh no, did they regress the rename thing? You're kidding. No. Bitwig, why? Tell me that's a bug. Why would you do that? That was like the best fucking feature of Bitwig 6. Oh my god. It's not that big of a deal, but it's so annoying that they fixed it, and then I hope it's a bug.
Put it on the click, back to what? Never drop shot. Put it on the click, back to what? Never drop shot.
Okay, that works, but if I, like, why? But still, it's like, if you hit, why is that only exclusive to the inspector?
Attacking pussies, chip. Put it on the click. Attacking pussies. Put it on the click. Oh.
I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm gonna leave it just to come back to it. I could probably use this. I probably only want to do this twice as well. And then maybe do like a different part right here. So maybe switch up section 2. But the beat idea is there. And yeah. I don't know. I might not even keep this section, to be honest. It's just the first idea through it, but I really like it. And there's that. Let's export this. Does anybody have any questions about anything? I'm just going to leave this off. Kind of like that. So that way it's got an outro. But yeah, I don't need it to be perfect, but hey, Alex, what's up, dude? We can just bounce the super rough arrangement in real time. And then I can listen to it 1,000 times, start to hate it, figure out how I want to finish it. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Cubase? Yeah, we'll just call it this for now. I'm doing good. I'm gonna ghost. No. No. I'm gonna go soon, but I'm gonna bounce this out and feed my dog. But we're gonna bounce this out first. It feels slower than Bitwig at first since it comes from that old school workflow. Yeah, with like busing and stuff. Like, how is it with the audio workflow? Like, is it super menu divey? Yeah, interesting. Sorry guys, I know that this is a super rough arrangement, but it's just putting the parts together. man. It's getting there. It's super rough, but it's listenable. You know what I mean? Like it's extremely rough, but I'm just trying to play with the dynamics of listening to how stuff is supposed to be working together and all that. Which also, there were some sounds down here that were not supposed to be in there, like these guys. They're just kind of mixed abruptly and mess with the flow, but it doesn't need to be perfect. I really just wanted this in there. It's a cool little thing, but there might be some other use for some of the sounds in here or for this melody. I'm just kind of putting it on the back burner. But yeah, aside from filling up some of the other negative space on this and trying to find the balance of like the and not making it too busy, but also not leaving it too empty is kind of the thing. But yeah, once we nailed the drums, I was like, okay, I want to finish this because wait, what's going on here? Yeah, the drums are just great. I like them a lot. Let me see what's going on with this. Wait, can I just... Yeah, I can do that. Why didn't I just do that? Are there any other drums in here? No, but just this beat in general, just the... Yeah, it's good stuff. So, all right, guys. Well, if you want to support the channel, alckemy.com. Everybody go follow Alex and his channel. He's got lots of cool tutorials and stuff as well. If you want to support me, alckemy.dizzle.kizzle. I don't know, book a lesson with me. Happy to teach you everything that I know. There's also tons of master classes if you are already a member. But yeah. Oh, before I go, since I have some of you all here, please don't go yet because I actually want your opinion on something. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. I want to run something by you. Hold on, I don't want to dox Little Pink, but shout out to Little Pink. They have been helping me. I don't know what the pronouns are. Made something that
How to make this sound
was really interesting, and I'm kind of like looking at changing the content strategy, and I want to know your thoughts on this. And I've already talked to the Discord about it, but it's kind of important because I'm looking at just doing a really big shift in how everything works. I'm still going to upload videos that are going to be in longer format, but to be honest with you, like, I think I'm going to just start doing shorts. And so this was Little Pink's edit for me. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to start doing straight into the point tutorials and then offer the longer, more in-depth, unedited stuff on the memberships. I'm giving you my entire plan, Alex, by the way. But what it does is it allows me to do two things. One is I can just make a really short video and have somebody edit it with lots of stuff like this. Two, I can still make the longer form content, but for people that actually want to engage with it. You know what I mean? Because like there's a lot of advanced people that are watching my stuff, and this might be for you. It might just be like, here's the quick and dirty how to do the thing. You know exactly what to do and where to go. You know what I mean? Whereas in some cases, people that are maybe beginners might want to sign up for the classes and might want to sign up for the other stuff or get the more in-depth insight and all that. When it comes to gear reviews or like just the talking head videos, I'm still going to be uploading those, but just strictly with sound design and beat making videos, I'm thinking about just trying this direction for a bit. But this is kind of what he did, and I'm really happy with this. I just don't know how it's going to do. But how to make this sound: wavetable on a square wave, sine wave at a 7th harmonic, FM wavetable 1 with another square wave and a harmonically rich wavetable. All of this is going to be FM'd via the LFO1. Make a cool shape, kind of like this. Wow, wow, wow. Pitch bend on the master. And finally, we have a third LFO that will be on a comb filter, which I'll show you in a sec. Onto the effects. Like, you see how it's just like, here it is. I like this because it's almost giving you the bite-sized version, or like the wrap-up that you can just like, you know what I mean? You can play this game with it. But thoughts? He did a great job, by the way. Thank you, Pink, if you watch this. Yeah, just straight to the point. I just can't be bothered to edit, and I think that I can afford paying him for 4 of these a month, on top of the gear reviews, on top of the philosophy stuff and all that. But yeah, I just don't want anybody to feel like I'm abandoning them, and I don't want people to feel like I'm just going to like paywall. I want to give you the answer, but offer a place that could, you know, hopefully support the channel. I like it too, feeling I'll need to pause and rewind a lot though, but it's great. Yeah, and that's the thing too, right? Is pacing. So I don't know. I just like, YouTube has tanked views. Like, have you noticed that as well, Alex? That your channel views, that your viewership is just like, so I'm trying different stuff. I'm too new to have input, but I hope you keep doing live streams and take questions. No. I'm still going to stream 4 days a week, but I'm talking about just the uploads. As far as like the sound design tutorials and all that other stuff. But no, I'm here, dude. Like, this is my favorite part of my job. I still do that with longer tutorials. Yeah, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do any of that shit because I hate editing. Do the shorts. Okay. I haven't, but last Bitwig video is lower than usual. Then, yeah, I mean, even that's surprising, right? I think it's a good way to get some engagement. Also, my fave is when I go live for hours. That's not changing, DFG. Gonna stream more often, though. Yeah, like, this is the favorite part of my job here. This is what I love to do. This is like, this is my music time, and I love sharing it with you all. So that's not going to change unless if like YouTube stopped counting ad blocked views. Oh, right. Maybe that's what it is. To which I'm thinking about just like, I'm thinking about going ad free. I forgot. That was another thing that I proposed on the Discord. Yeah, good point. I'm thinking about going ad free. So not demonetized, but not monetizing my videos. In order to do that though, I need to get more members. Like, if I could get 6 more Arcana members, I would have enough income. My income would match. Because I don't make very much off of ads anyways. But $100 is $100. I'm surprised the sheer amount of ad block users. I thought they were less. No, like, you can't really blame them either, right? But it sucks that they're punishing creators for that. You know what I mean? Like, we're the ones that are taking the hits for that. Like, I can't decide whether or not somebody is going to fucking choose to use an ad blocker or not. And so that puts us in a weird position to where they punish us And then that makes a lot of creators want to do more ads to try to make up for the lost ads. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're why exactly? Why is the burden on us? That's what's fucked up. You know what? Patreon did that not too long ago, and that was why I stopped using Patreon back in 2019 because they were like, "Oh, we're going to start charging tax or something on Patreon and we want you to tell the viewers. We want you to tell your patrons." Like that's fucked up. And that makes me so upset. It's like you're going to do something selfish and I have to be the person to bring the bad news. What do you do to get yourself out of a writer's block? Genuine question. I've been so stuck a while and I don't know where to go at this point. Where do you find yourself looking for inspiration? What kind of music do you make? I have a lot of videos on this topic, but I do like answering this question because I know what it's like. I'm waiting for a response. But yeah, I that's kind of what I'm thinking is it if I could get at least a few people from the community or have a mixture of members from Arcanum and Ether and Azoth and stuff to make up for the money that I would be losing, then I could essentially stop monetizing the videos and just go completely membership based to rely on income. Which sucks too because YouTube takes 30% of that even still, but it would be worth it if there were less ads on videos because they're getting so aggressive. All my tracks are just for fun with attention. It's the intention that's getting me. So is your block that you can't make what you want to make, or is it that it doesn't come out right, or is it that you get to a specific stage and then you're like, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore? Or like, can you define what you mean by writer's block in your own perspective and experience? Seeing a live show of music that isn't in my wheelhouse is one of the most inspiring things. Yeah. Like I have a lot of advice loaded, but I'm going to wait until like you tell me what's going on because I might try to push you in this direction and that might not be it. When I can't make a song, I just play with synths and effects and make a mess. Usually that helps me. I will say like having dedicated sound design sessions and throwing them into a folder is a really helpful thing. That's why rolling sampler is the best fucking thing ever. If we look at exactly with what I was talking about, like how many samples did I make today? Not that many, but this is everything that I've like played out and recorded, and it's all unorganized right now. But what ends up happening is I make stuff and then it's going to end up going into a sample pack. Where's everyone going? Bingo? Bit of a dork. Alckemy. I still have that song that she made for me, by the way. Having an idea, am I sitting it down and getting it done and having it wash away? Does that make sense? I'm seriously here for advice in general. I love producing, but I seriously lost direction. Okay, so I'm going to give you some advice that my partner Corey taught me. And there is an academic term for this, but it's called audiating. And it sounds like you're already halfway there with having an idea in your head. But what you need to do is find the fastest way to translate even a glimpse of it, a sliver of it, onto a physical medium that can be replayed or that you can refer back to. So a lot of people think in melodics and in harmony, right? And so they'll play out what they hear. But even if you can vocalize, you know, even if it's like you said, like dubstep and shit, right? So even if it's like, and you put that into, yeah, exactly. And you put that, you record that into your DAW, you put that onto your phone, you do something like that, then it helps you retain the original concept, or you just stick with it, and whatever comes out on the other side, like, is an amalgamation of what it once was. And that's the second piece to it, is you have to be comfortable with not holding on too closely to the original thing. I have that issue the most with melodies. So like I have a guitar on hand, and I tend to be better at guitar than piano, for finding stuff anyways. If it's a rhythm, shit, I just beatbox it, no big deal, you know. Or if it's a bass line, even, because I can vocalize the movements of the bass. But for more resources, and I would encourage anybody here to go watch this. Let me see what this is called. Audiating Alchemy. Here we go. Writing in silence, audiation in the DAW, and then I have a second part to this, which is how to write a neurofunk drop from scratch. It's not a great neurofunk drop, but the concept itself is solid, and it's something that I lean back on quite a bit to try to figure those things out. So let me paste that for you. You should also watch my interview with my partner, Corey. She's asleep behind me, but she's the one that taught me about this concept. It's not like necessarily she made it up, but because she was the one who gave it to me, I tend to want to make sure that she gets credit for it. But vocalization is your best bet. Vocalization. But don't just vocalize like one part. Do it all, you know, or do several different parts. Like whenever I made my Saruda kinds of beats, like a lot of these were vocalized. So let me show you just a quick piece of music. I don't love you. So this has like 5 different parts to it, and I don't have the recording anymore, but like listen to how different, how varied each part is. So there's this part. There's this part, and there's this part. There's this part. This part. And like, I didn't necessarily conceptualize the entire tune, but what I did was I had a lot of the rhythms with this, and like I kept the drums the same, but I wanted to have something that was like do 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 do, and so I kept that in mind and put that in one of the parts, right? And then there was another piece to where I took chords that were just sevenths and then just pitched those, but I started singing the shit out and really trying to put my imagination to it. And like, that's like one of the best things that you can do if you have just a drum beat as well. So if you have a drum loop and you're wanting to write like a bass line to it. Sorry, hold on. Right, let's say like this is just like ultra beefy and like we just clip the fuck out of it, and it's like, all right, we're gonna do a halftime but wook track, you know. And like whatever I just recorded or whatever I just said or spoke into that, it doesn't fucking matter. Like the actual sound doesn't matter, but it's the placement, it's the notation, the markers, right, that you're putting on there. And then you can just use a sine wave as your main bass, and or even just use your voice, right? Like put a vocoder over it. Shit. So like watch this. Test, test. Okay, so you know what I'm saying? So it's the cadence, right? That's a good way to say that. Okay, let me see what else. Like, I'm just gonna throw this through some of my racks and see what this does. Yeah, so do you like EQ on that? I wouldn't use this as a bass, by the way, but some of the textures in here are okay. But like, that's actually kind of cool. But I mean, now that you have that, you just match it with because I like saws, right? But even if you just took this, taught a ton so far. Basically, need to start experimenting. Seems more important to have fun with the experimenting idea than it does have. Well, it's the same thing with, like, don't get stuck on a sound, right? But like, what? Let me ask you this: what is this supposed to be? You know what I mean? Like, what is the purpose of this? It's supposed to be a bass. Like, once you have the placement of this, you can even just go into your basses and shit that, like, just find some shit. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Couple of phrases. I don't know what key this is in, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace it with, or I'm just going to, like, use this up here. And try to dial in the groove. Let's just say I'm going to start with this phrase, right? One bar at a time. That's something that Copycat taught me. Okay. And I'm just gonna kind of toss this in here and see if I can find something or make a cool little idea jam. Okay, so you just kind of keep adding to it. And like at the end of the day, dude, like you're just collaging. That's all you're really doing is collaging. Let's see what this sounds like. Okay, cool. So, I don't like this sound, and I also don't like the rhythm of it, but I'm identifying the problem, and I'm saying, I don't like this. I like this. I don't like this. Those are things that kind of help guide you with where to go, but the placement of it is fine. The thing about this, which was also the original idea, is that this rhythm had a skip to it, right? It was bump, a bump, bump, bump. So if I can find another piece of this, that's also in key, mind you. Or, you know, I can try a couple of different sounds. Like, that might be kind of cool. Maybe I can place that here, and now we've got a little bit of variation with some of the sounds. What is this? So let me add some of this. You know, we can even do something like this, like a boop, boop, like. But now I'm hearing a different riff, so. And that sound is kind of cool, but I probably don't want to put it on every bar. And so I'm leaning a little bit into intuition now, but I don't want to use this phrase, right? Every single time. So I might build a call and response with this. Okay, I got a cool little riff now, right? Well, now I can start to add more to it and clean stuff up. And be like, oh, let's do something unique here. Like right there. I'll cut this up. I'll set this to a triplet. So I didn't mean to do that with kicks. I thought that was a hat. Shame on me for not reading waveforms. There we go. And then now if we need more sub or whatever, then, you know, we can start to add in like little placements that help fortify. Moments like that, you know, or you can add like a riff. So like a. right? So
I'll break your walls if they want to be broken.
the fuck? So we can do this twice, like this, right? And then what we can do is on this one, we can grab all of this. Oops. And pitch it up. And add in this little fill. Something like this. This needs a little bit of love. It's not great, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm trying to get the groove, man. Like everything, in my opinion, whenever it comes into beat making, I'm a halftime guy. Like I love stuff that's really off. Lots of rubato, all that. But the groove, man. If I can get the groove, that's all I care about for the most part. Such great goat information. Appreciate this little session. Might have started. Yeah, I mean that's part of it, right? Is you don't want to be shit. I get it. Do like a little fill right here. Need to put that in time, but it's a bit off, so I'm gonna stretch it to like there. There we go. And then you just start doing shit like this, or you start layering. Also layering, I cannot stress that enough. Like, write your tune out, then fucking layer. Like, layer, layer, layer.
Break it down.
Sure. Set this to repitch. You don't have to use the whole thing, but... So with this is a great example, is the groove of this is not following the boom bap rhythm. So we need to... This is the most important part to me right here. So we need to get this right. Let's just see what that does. Okay. See how it's like too straight on beat? Just need to give it a little bit of swing. And you can use this stuff, right? So you can use the waveforms here to figure out how to align things. See this? Like, move that way off. Just make it follow the rhythm. And that's why placement is so good. That's why beatboxing for beat making is just fucking is so goated. And then in the midst of all this, you just do the same thing again. So like once you have the drums, you can be like part 2. This needs to be like here. Sorry. I'm a stickler for rhythm. Yeah, that needs to be in a triplet as well, but whatever. You know, then you could be like like, and then act on it. So like, because now you have an anchor, you have something to help you hold on to your original idea. You know, a lot of times whenever I start tracks, we'll call this audiation idea. If I don't know what to do, I'll usually just open a synth, to be honest, and I'll just start making shit. But when it comes into like, if I want to think about a track with intention, then a lot of times I'll sit down and I'll be like, all right, what kind of world do I want to build? You know, what is the style of the sounds? Do I want them to be like really tight and close? Do I want them to be punchy? Do I want more of a live feel? Do I want everything to be ultra distorted? Usually yes to that one. Do I want something that's very spacey? What's the world that I'm creating? Okay, now that I have that concept, what do I want to do to provide context to the story I'm building? You're right. Do I have a melody in mind? Do I have some cool drums in mind? Do I have, you know what I'm saying? And this is just like one imaginative avenue that you can take, by the way. Like the last track that I was working on just fucking came together because I was just throwing shit at the wall. That's usually how my tracks come together. But if you want to cultivate that, then you need to do the fuck around and find out and just lean into it. Like you just need to go. Like if to get out of creative block, you need to get yourself into a way of opening doors to where you're making more decisions. And you're going to do that and build over time based off of how you work, just from experience. You're also going to learn from other people. One of the most helpful things that I got from my teachers was resample. You know, it's something that I do on like every track. Once I have a cool little drum groove or whatever, like I'll resample my drums and then resample my basses, resample whatever melodies and stuff that I have, because it helps me create offspring of things that I already like, which I have videos on. You should go watch those. So yeah, in any case, there you go. There's your masterclass. Maybe I'll pull this apart and just build that up or something and do that. I think this idea is kind of stupid, but it is a good showcase of how to go from one thing to another, even with shitty sounds, even with crappy, you know, with not the best environment to work with. Just lean into it, man. That's what you have to do. And if you're really unmotivated and you're forcing yourself to get into the DAW, then put yourself in a position to where you're relieving yourself of feeling like you have to write. Just make stuff. Just make sounds. And furthermore, I'll leave you all with this. One, book a lesson with me. We can have more conversations about this and go off the deep end. But two, join the Discord. Something that you can do that's maybe like a little something something is just hold yourself accountable every day that you can, and join the everyday quick play spells. And this is where you can submit a 15-second clip once per day. Like, dog, surely you can make a 15-second thing, right? Even if you hate it, put it up. I'll play it on stream. That's what I do at the beginning of every stream. I'm getting better about remembering, by the way, but every time I go live, I look at what's going on here. I play these guys, little blurbs out, and then, you know what I'm saying? That's that. And plus it gives me a chance to look at what you're doing. It also gives me inspiration to be like, oh, that's really cool. Maybe I might try an idea off of that. Like Velvet Crow posts a lot, and different style of music that I make, but a lot of times I'm like, wow, that was really cool. And I can either take a piece of that, or I can, use that as inspiration from a jump off point. But get involved in a community. It doesn't need to be mine. Maybe my community is not for you. I don't really fucking care, to be honest, but the doors are open, and I will treat you the same as everybody else. But yeah, man, I can't stress how many resources I've accumulated for myself and for everybody else here. Like, I'm here for you. I'm here for me to get better. You just need to get involved. That's what it is. You just helped me a ton. I won't lie. I appreciate all this with all my heart. Dive into your content a little more and play a bunch. Joining the Discord now. Community is essential. Yeah. It's like, I've got over 1,000 tutorials that are free. Over 1,000. I wouldn't say that. I would just say, like, I care about what I'm doing. And I say this a lot, and I hope that the more that I say it, the more that people get it, as opposed to it sounding stupid. But your success is my success. Not counting you drop wisdom on every stream. Well, that's why I love questions, and a lot of times, like, I don't know the answer, and sometimes I'm willing to figure it out together. But that's how I get better. That's how you get better. I feel like I practically beg people to ask me questions by the end of the stream. I'm like, what are your questions? What can we, but I'm always here 4 days a week. And if I'm not live, I guarantee you I'm an arm's reach away from Discord or something, because that's what you do when you work for yourself, is you're just always on the clock. So with that, I'm going to go feed my dog, but much love, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Check out alckemy.com. Check out Alex Reed's channel. Thank you for the question, Meta. I'm glad that we got to end off on a, insightful session. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Monday. I'll be back Monday. Bye, everybody. Oh, next Friday, we've got Venus Theory coming on the channel. 12 p.m. my time. It's 7:20 p.m. right now. So Friday, tune in. Please show him some support. Come and say hi.